So Cory Sandhagen versus Frankie Edgar just took place in the co-main event of UFC Fight Night Vegas 18, Overeem versus Volkov, and I know I said that Sandhagen would win, but I didn't need him to win like that. He flying kneed Frankie Edgar in the first round out cold, the KO of the year 100%. Cory Sandhagen now is coming off of a wheel kick KO, then a flying knee KO in the first round against Frankie Edgar. It was immediately into the fight. Both guys landed a couple of shots each, and then Sandhagen landed the big flying knees straight on the chin of Edgar. In the first round, I said that Sandhagen would maybe get a decision here. That was my prediction. I thought Sandhagen would win easily. I said that Edgar's too tough to finish and Sandhagen will get a decision. Now I guess we have to worry about Sandhagen's power because he seems so switched on now. There's a complete change of intensity between him and his Aljo fight and him in his recent bouts against Marlon Moraes and Frankie Edgar. In his Aljo fight, he was loosey-goosey, floating around. Same with his fights before then, a little bit loose, floating around, a little bit in his flow state. But now it seems like he's in killer mode. Switched on early, screaming, hamping himself up in his corner before the fight, and then just goes out there and flying knees. Why did you have to do it like that, though? Just taking Overeem wasn't enough for you today, MMA gods. You had to have us watch Edgar get flying kneed and also retired, most definitely, because, I mean, Edgar will probably fucking continue because that's just who Edgar is, but like that, that's how Sandhagen's going to do it to him. Not just, there's nothing to break down here. Not even, I thought maybe he'd jab Edgar's face a bit, scoot around, couple leg kicks here and there, maybe stuff a couple takedowns, maybe get taken down a couple times, maybe get back up though a couple of times and straight back to landing a couple of jabs and just barely outland Edgar every single round like he did against Rafael. I thought it was going to be basically a repeat of the Assunção fight, but just against Edgar rather than Assunção. And he just fucking flying kneed him straight in his fucking face, and Edgar goes out cold. And Edgar's kids watch his fights, and it's just tough, I like Edgar, man. And as much as my predictions were correct today, I did very well for myself. I made some money. I went 10-2 overall on predictions on the card, undefeated on the prelims, but just it was great KO. But like, come on, man. Edgar's paid his dues, man. He's been around. He's had his fights. He's done us the favors, and Sandhagen gave him no favors. He just flying knee KO'd him in the first round, and Sandhagen is now going to be a guy to watch out for as like, who else can he KO? This isn't the same Sandhagen that went into this fight. Before I was thinking, right, does Sandhagen take Yan to a decision in the 5th? Does he maybe keep Aljo off of him for a couple of rounds and come back in the later rounds of their fight? Or how does Sandhagen do in this division moving forward if he does get past Edgar? But now I'm starting to think, right, well, does Sandhagen fucking Joaquin Buckley Yan in the first round? Or, does he fucking jumping switch kick Aljo next time? Like, what is Sandhagen going to do next? Because he keeps upping himself. Last year, wheel kick against Moraes. This year, flying knee against Frankie Edgar. And I'll tell you this right now. TJ Dillashaw's not fighting him. And that's not against TJ Dillashaw. Not calling him a pussy. A little bit I am. But he's a smart man. He will not take on Cory Sandhagen after 2.5 years off. That's just all I'm going to say about the old TJ Dillashaw situation. Also, Cory Sandhagen had a great post-fight speech, said, I owe Aljamain Sterling a nap, which is a great little bit of promo for them. Also called out Yan, mentioned TJ Dillashaw and how that fight never happened, and if he gets a title shot, he'll be completely shocked by the UFC's decision. But, I mean, TJ might just come back and get a title shot if Yan wins. Like, if Yan wins and calls out TJ, Sandhagen's going to be a little bit fucked, but it's hard to deny a man who's done a wheel kick then a flying knee like that back to back and broken the internet twice basically now. This one more than ever. He is going to rapidly gain followers. He was gaining thousands by the minute when I was refreshing it earlier. I definitely see him hitting 100k after this one because now Cory Sandhagen has got all the promotion needed. I think he just should take on someone else. Get back in there, take on someone else, eliminate options, become undeniable. Because right now in the bantamweight division, he's in a bit of a tricky spot. He just destroyed Edgar. I can't get over what he did to Edgar. He slept him so bad. He slept him so fucking bad. That knee was so perfect. Right on the chin. right up on the top of the knee, full drive upwards, bink, down goes Edgar, like the end of Yair Rodriguez versus the Korean Zombie. If you haven't watched it, just fucking folded over himself. It's hard to deny him, but they will deny him. I know they will. They won't do Sandhagen for the belt next. He's got a bunch of good wins, and if I'm Cory Sandhagen right now, let me look at this fucking featherweight, bantamweight division real quick, see what's next for him, because it could be TJ Dillashaw. TJ will not take that bout. He might get an immediate title shot coming back. If he doesn't, he'll take on Aldo and get a title shot off of that fight, which will be a title elimination bout as well for him, because he is a former champion. Like, it's a difficult time to be Cory Sandhagen. I think he has definitely earned a title shot next, but he won't get it. So in my opinion, Cory Sandhagen, you took literally 0 damage. Next month, want to be a short notice replacement for the fight? He took 0 damage. Didn't get hit once. I think he got hit twice. Maybe a leg kick. What did he actually get hit by in the fight? Because it was so fast. He got hit once on the face and once on the leg. That's all that happened to Cory Sandhagen tonight. And he's out of there with 50k, with a bunch of money to his name as well. I think he should just try and be a replacement for the title fight, because there's a good chance something happens there. And he might have to wait a massively long time otherwise, because TJ, again, there's a lot of huge names, and they also have earned, if they win, a title shot as well. Like, if fair enough, I mean, Aldo's not going to take on Garbrandt next. Why would you do that? You want to take on a Dillashaw. Why would you take on a guy who lost to Dillashaw twice when you can take on a guy who beat Garbrandt twice? Why would you do that? You're obviously going to take the Dillashaw bout. They're going to make Dillashaw Aldo. Why would he take on Sandhagen? Sandhagen would absolutely flatline Dillashaw in the first round if he ever came back. 100%. Because it'll be his first fight back. He'll be hesitant. It'll be jittery. Little bit of ring rust. He always gets clipped anyway in his fights in the first round, and often has to come back in fights. Garbrandt, Cejudo clipped him in the first round and finished him there. I just don't think that Sandhagen would allow Dillashaw out of the first round, being a bit hesitant in the first. I think he will continue to KO and get amazing wins moving forward. But Cory Sandhagen has now maybe earned himself, a top 5 finishes video. He's going to go viral. Everything about him is marketable right now. He's got so many good wins. I think this is his 5th finish in the UFC, maybe. Yep, you can do a top 5 finishes video of Cory Sandhagen. Next event. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's just get him in there versus someone, because I'll tell you this. He would also, in my opinion, completely flatline no-chin Garbrandt 100%. And that's an honest opinion right there. He is too savage. And he might go on to become champ. I think he beats... I know it's recency bias, but I think he'll beat Jan. I said that before. I said that before the fight. And now he's like switching people off like this. In brutal fashion. I reckon he'll beat Jan. He's got great cardio. Great footwork. Power beyond belief now. Explosiveness out of nowhere. Switched on more than ever. Let's just do him versus someone. Keep him busy. Keep him winning. He'll only get paid more whenever he does get his championship anyway, because he'll have a bigger name going into it. He just needs to stay active, be a replacement for the title fight next month. That would be ideal if they paid him a good chunk of money there, because 259 is a great card. It'd be a shame to lose one of those title fights off of it. So if I'm Sandhagen, I'm just sticking my name in the hat out there. Because, listen, and this as well. Look what happened to Chandler. He stepped up on short notice. He got so many favourable opponents afterwards, because the UFC loves when people step up to take on a short notice bout. If Sandhagen steps up, even if he doesn't get the bout, he still showed the UFC that he's willing to do that favour for him. And they'll probably do him versus the winner purely based on him doing that. I think that's what he needs to do. Get back in there. He made a lot of money. Keep the ball rolling. If you don't get the fight, you get a nice little chunk of show money anyway. You've just had a full camp and taken no damage. So it's not like I'm asking him to just take a fight in a month for the title anyway out of nowhere. He's had a full camp. He's in prime shape. He's going to get right back into the gym, no less. Be ready for the title fight coming up soon. I think that's what he needs to do. Dillashaw ain't fighting him. He'll get KO'd. So Dillashaw ain't fighting him. Sucks to be him, but yeah. Definitely earned a title shot in my opinion, but they just won't give it to him, so that's unfortunate for Sandhagen. But Edgar, much like I said about Overeem, I think it's done. I think it's done now. He will continue, and I'll tell you who he's going to continue against. I know already his plan. But it's done, in my opinion. Like, where is he ranked in the bantamweight division? I want to say he's ranked number 5 right now, maybe 4 in the bantamweight division. If he loses this one, I guess he's going to slip down a bunch of spots. Munoz is at 8. That's his only win. Aldo beat him, so I think Font and Aldo are going to shimmy above Edgar. Edgar will be at number 6, above Marlon Moraes at 7. Like, does he take on Moraes next in a bit? Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that after that KO. Even though Moraes got KO'd as well, and there's a good chance he wins, like, does he then have to go on another 3-fight win streak to even get back to a title? It seems like there's slimmer odds in the featherweight division as well, because now he's been KO'd again. At bantamweight, is he going to go back up and make another run there? I don't see that happening whatsoever. I don't know what he's going to do. I'm dying. I'm actually dying here. I've run out of voice of all of the night of commentating and craziness towards the end. My voice is dead. I'll take it. I mean, I'm dead much like Edgar is after that fight, for God's sakes. Like, I think maybe he'll look at, and this is the only thing I could see Edgar doing, if Dillashaw loses his comeback bout, he's going to need an opponent. So, if I'm Edgar right now and I'm in the dumps and I'm feeling very bad about what's going to happen next in my career and I'm thinking of maybe calling it quits, chill out a bit. The golden hope for Edgar right now is that Dillashaw comes back and loses and gets put in the top 5 anyway because he was a former champion. Maybe he gets like number 4 in the rankings even while losing his comeback fight because he left as the champ, of course. And then maybe you do Dillashaw versus Edgar to bounce back one of them into the mix of the top 5. Winner of that one gets a title elimination bout, and then you start working him back towards the title shot. But I don't see what else he's going to do. Because if Aldo starts winning, that's just another bad thing for Edgar to have to get over because he's lost to him twice. And Sandhagen's going to be around for a while. He's not like an older guy who might dip off soon. Like, he's going to be there. It's just tough for Edgar. After Overeem, before Overeem. Worse than Overeem. 2 with 1 stone. 1 card, 2 legends dead and kind of over. And it's so sad. But I'm happy at the same time because now we've got a 3-horse race at the top of the bantamweight division, and my voice is coming back to tell you just this message. We've got a 3-horse race. I think over the next 2 years, no one will touch the belt that won't be named Aljo, Jan, or Sandhagen. We have found our 3 horsemen for the next 2 years. They will battle it out amongst each other, beating one guy, losing to the other. I think Jan beats Aljo. I think Sandhagen beats Jan. I think Aljo probably beats Sandhagen, but I don't even know anymore now that Sandhagen is baptizing people and sending them to the Shadow Realm. I mean, expect a Mojohead Fully Lap video tomorrow with Edgar's soul leaving his body in a cartoon because that is just brutal stuff. Slept him. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Sandhagen fill in for the title fight. Be that guy. Be that savage. They'll reward you afterwards. They did it with Chandler. They'll do it with you, in my opinion. Thank you for watching. Click that button up there. Goodbye. I'll see you later.